everyone. My name is Tina Dodds. I am one part of Quantum Healing with Tina and Karen. And I'm here for Quantum Realms Week, and I'm so excited. Talking about the topic of being human and what that means in 2021. But first, I just want to wish a happy birthday to Dolores Cannon. Excited to get to celebrate her birthday for a whole week, because without her, none of us would be here right now. She was a trailblazer, and I am so grateful and honored to be continuing this work. So where to start? Being human, like many of you, the last year and some months has been a really difficult, challenging year. And I'm just remembering back to last year in February when Dolores popped in on my session, and she wanted to share a message with everyone. And this was in February before anything really started to happen. So I didn't fully understand it at the time, but looking back now, it means a lot. So she said that this year, the year of 2020, was a year of transition. And she said that we would see a lot of really intense things that would feel chaotic and sad and difficult. And her advice was to keep coming back to the heart. Just keep coming back to the heart, because the heart knows the truth. Go inwards was the message. And yeah, that just makes so much sense now, because if we're so focused on the outside world and all of the things that are happening, we can get lost in that. And it can feel traumatizing. And so moving into 2021, it's kind of like we've had time to kind of integrate what has happened and transitioning from the old world into the new world. And with that new world, we're shifting into now the age of Aquarius. And what that means, Aquarius is the water bearer. And water is sensitivity. And water is emotion. And water is connecting with our intuition and our creativity again. So looking at those energies and, understanding also too that last year we were shown in our sessions how this divine feminine energy is coming in strongly and fiercely. And I see it like a golden white Christed light, and it's coming in to the collective, into earth, and going down and under and uprooting all that needs to be seen. So it's like uprooting our shadow, the collective shadow of humanity. And this is for the purpose of healing, because we can't heal what we don't see, what we don't acknowledge within ourselves and within our outer reality. And so this has felt really intense at times and difficult things to see and integrate, but we know that we are strong enough to do it. And that's why we're here, to heal ourselves and assist others, to be of service to the collective. And one of the hardest lessons right now that a lot of people are going through is having to really let go, to really learn that lesson. That lesson is coming back around again, letting go, because a lot of beautiful people are concerned about the decisions and choices that their family members and friends are making. And it's letting go is a really hard lesson, but we have to understand that there's always a higher perspective. There's always a reason why someone is choosing what they do from a soul perspective. We might not understand it in human terms, but from a soul perspective, there are higher reasonings for what's happening. Yeah, and coming to terms with that, and letting people go, letting them make their own choices, and knowing that we can't save people. We can give them information, we can point them in the right direction, but if they're not ready to accept that, that's all we can do is plant seeds. We cannot save people. We can't spend our time and energy trying to save people that don't want to be saved. So that's been a really hard lesson for a lot of people, and I just wanted to acknowledge that because I know a lot of you out there are struggling with that too. And along with that is, a lot of people have, lost their jobs. And what I want to say about that too is, it's opening the door to new possibilities. When you can switch that perspective and understand that with every loss comes an opening. It's like the energy has to balance out. And it's opening the door and nudging people in, maybe you, to your soul's purpose here, to your mission here. And coming into your authentic expression of self and what that means to you. And so we're, as a collective, we're shedding layers and layers of all the things we aren't anymore. All the things we've been told to be. And what it looks like to me is that the outside world has become a reflection of just how much we've given our power away to others. It's just reflecting that back to us. And so these energies are calling us back in and saying, what does sovereignty mean to you? What does freedom mean to you? And it's helping us remember. The Divine Feminine is helping us remember what it means to be free, what it means to be powerful, what it means to be a sovereign being of light. Part of that is reconnecting with the heart space, reconnecting with our emotions again, with our intuition, and allowing that creativity to flow through us. But what a lot of people have needed to do over the past year in particular, and continuing into the years ahead, is to clear. We need to clear and heal a lot of old baggage, whether that's from this lifetime or past lifetimes, in order to step more fully into who we are and why we're here and what our purpose is. Because that is your source energy. And the earth needs that source energy right now. You in your fullest expression of self and God is what the world needs. More people stepping out and standing up into their authentic selves as creator beings, because we are creator beings. And just as as the collective have created everything we're seeing happening in the world now, that's all our creation. And now we need to create something new. And we're only going to do that when we get out of the mind and the logic and into our intuition and our creativity and reconnection again. So it's funny too, every single BQH session I've had since the beginning of 2021 has mentioned water at some point. So I cannot stress more strongly the importance of water and allowing water to be our teacher. And whether that was, being in ancient Atlantis and studying the consciousness of water and allowing that water to teach us how to be, or whether that was visiting a life as a mermaid in a city under the sea. And in that life in particular, when we landed there, the king told my client, like, you're not ready to see this yet because you have other things to clear. And so we needed to go on and explore another lifetime where she needed to clear her fear of water. So that was really interesting because we can't access those higher levels when we're carrying too much density, right? So being human to me in 2021 means to continue to clear out these layers and layers of density that we're carrying in our bodies in order to make way for the integration of the light, to anchor these higher vibrational frequencies down into the body, down into our physical space, because we're not going anywhere. No one is coming to save us. Jesus isn't coming back in physical form. Yes, there's the second coming of Christ consciousness. This is what I'm speaking about. This Christ consciousness is what's helping us to up a level and look at our shadows and heal them. And, you know, the earth's not splitting in two. Metaphorically, maybe there is that division, but we're still going to have to coexist on this earth with everyone that's here now and create something new. And we don't know how that's going to look. So the most important thing we can do is find our own freedom, power, and sovereignty from within us, and then start taking the action steps to create that in our outside world. The meek will inherit the earth is the message that has come through so strongly, and it's the sensitive ones. It's you who's watching this. It's us who is going to create this change for the earth and for the collective by being of service to others by the way of not only, you know, having a physical job, you know, to where you serve others, but you can serve others and the collective by doing your own inner work and coming back to your heart and being led by your heart and being led by your intuition, you know, connecting with source again and allowing that stream to flow through you and then showing up in the world that way. That is more powerful than anything you can do physically. So really stepping into the power of being a creator and, you know, accepting all parts of us, not just what we've been told are the good parts, right? You're not allowed to be sad, you're not allowed to cry, you're not allowed to feel angry or frustrated or worried. But we're not demonizing emotions anymore. We're accepting all of our emotions in a balanced way. They are helpful. Righteous anger is a propellant. Righteous anger gets things done. It makes change. So really coming into balance within, accepting all parts of us. The Divine Feminine is really helping us remember who we are as divine, sovereign beings of light who have the power within us to turn this around and really create the new earth. The new earth is now. It's happening now, and it's happening from the ground up. Do we see it reflected in our outer reality right now? No, but it's a groundswell, and we have to find the others and come together in community. So I'm really looking forward to connecting with you all again soon. And that's all I want to say for now. Thank you for listening and allowing me to share a little piece of my heart with you. See you next time.